Hey everybody, welcome back to DCB Family Adventures. I'm your host, Chrissy, and I've got some great ideas that you don't want to miss on how to pack for your next cruise or vacation. So stick around. Hey guys, this is DCB Family Adventures. Have you ever tried to fit everything into a suitcase and it just would not work? Well, I've got a tip for you, and that's to roll your clothes. If you roll your clothes as you're packing your suitcase, you can fit 2 times as much. Tip number 2 is put dryer sheets in your suitcase to keep everything smelling fresh. I usually line the bottom of my suitcase and then I line the top of my suitcase after I get the clothes rolled and put in. And another tip, when you get there, if you want to take the dryer sheets out of the suitcase and put them into your laundry hamper, which is on my other video on what to bring, it will keep your clothes from not stinking up the room or stinking up your suitcase on the way home. Tip number 3. So you get to your hotel at your port and you wake up the next morning and you're ready to get on that cruise ship as fast as you can. And you've got your luggage tags in hand, but you have no way to put those on. What I bring is a mini stapler, and you put it in the front pocket of your suitcase. It's easily accessible. You pull it out, have your cruise luggage tags in there, pull them out, fold them up, staple them on, and you're ready to go. Tip number 4 is a pot holder or an oven mitt. This sounds crazy, but ladies, if you have a curling iron, a flat iron, a crimper, a wand, any of those things, and you're in a hurry to get things packed up for the day, to get out of there, you can't just throw a curling iron into your suitcase and go. It's too hot. So if you bring an oven mitt or a pot holder, you can slide those in there, throw them in the suitcase, and then you're ready to go. It saves so much time. Tip number 5 is paper or plastic straws and little pill boxes. The reason you need these when you're packing is if you have necklaces or jewelry. Necklaces all get tangled up and they're very difficult to untangle when you get to your destination. If you put one string through the straw, snap it around, no tangles. And the pill holder is for your rings, earrings, stuff like that. It keeps everything sorted out. It's super cheap and it will be hassle-free when you get to your destination. Tip number 6 is your shoes. They take up a lot of space in your suitcase. So the easiest way to save the space is to stuff your shoes with socks or with underwear or pretty much anything that will save a lot of space in your suitcase. I do like to line my shoes with dryer sheets before I do that, just to keep everything smelling good. Tip number 7. So speaking of shoes, you can use cheap plastic rain shower caps to put around the bottoms of your shoes to keep everything in your suitcase clean. I know the bottoms of your shoes are probably the grossest thing that we wear, and it keeps everything nice and clean and neat, and especially if you're going to do a vacation where you are going to be on sand or in the mud or anything like that, it'll keep everything nice and neat. Tip number 8. So this is for all you men out there. A lot of time on a cruise, there is formal nights, or if you just want to go to a nice restaurant on the cruise ship or even on vacation, a lot of men pack collared shirts. You want to keep that collar looking spiffy. So what I recommend is getting your belt and wrapping it around the inside of the collar to keep your collar nice and stiff, and it keeps your shirt looking really good for that event where you don't have to iron. Tip number 9. So this is one of my favorite tips because I've had it happen to me so many times. You get to your destination and you find all of your shampoo has spilled all of your conditioner has spilled, your body wash, creams, anything like that is spilled in your suitcase, and there's a big mess. I know that when you fly, the airport attendants are not too easy with your luggage or your baggage, and they throw it and toss it. But what I love to do now is use the Glad press and seal and cover all of my bottles, and then screw the lids back on, and then pack them in a waterproof zippered bag. And that way, if there is a spill, just in case, then they're in a waterproof zippered bag. But so far, fingers crossed, the Glad press and seal has worked for me. So I recommend that for sure. Tip number 10, going back to your shoes. A lot of men and women like to take their nice perfume and cologne on their cruises for formal night or whatever. But we've had a problem to where ours has broke in the suitcase. So what I would recommend is putting your cologne or your perfume, if it's in a glass bottle, putting it in 2 socks and sticking it inside of a dress shoe or a tennis shoe. That way there's extra cushion there for that, and it's less likely to break on your travels. Number 11 is your chargers and your AirPods, your earbuds, anything like that that's small, that's easy to get tangled up in other things, and your keys, and get to the bottom of your bag, you can hardly find it, and it's never all together. Use an old eyeglasses case and stick all of that stuff inside, and you've got it right there. It's handy. You can just pull it out and it's all there together. Tip number 12, how to pack your sun hat. So a lot of times when you get to your destination, your sun hat is completely smashed. I've thrown away hats before because they are irreparable by the time that I get to my destination. So I figured out a way to keep that from not happening again, and that is to stuff as much items as you can get into the middle of your hat, and then pack your hat into your suitcase. And it will keep it formed to where it will not get smashed or anything like that, and it's good to go when you get to where you're going. Number 13, have you ever had your suitcase fall over multiple times in the airport? Yes, I see it happening all the time. The way to prevent this from happening is pack all of your heavy stuff to the bottom where your wheels are, and that will keep your suitcase from tumbling over as you're traveling. It makes it so much easier. Number 14 is for the men again, and that is for suit coats or blazers. On cruise ships, there is formal nights. Maybe they just like to dress up for dinner, but a lot of men will bring a blazer or a suit jacket, and it can get very wrinkly in your suitcase. The best option for you to do is turn the suit coat inside out before folding it and rolling it into your suitcase. This prevents the suit coat from getting too many wrinkles on the way to your destination. Number 15, got a book that you love, but you don't want to ruin it. And every time you take it with you to travel, or if you've got a new book that just came out and you don't want to ruin it, I know when you travel with a book, you'll throw it in your bag, you'll throw it in your purse, it'll get tossed around, and the front cover and the back cover gets bent and creased and wrinkled. To prevent that, all you have to do is get a large rubber band and wrap it around your book before you toss it into your bag. And that will keep your cover completely crease-free, wrinkle-free, and it will not bend on you. Number 16. Everyone knows that there's weight limit on suitcases, and that is very hard to accommodate when you're going on a 7, 8, 9, even a 14-night cruise or vacation. So what I recommend is, if you are flying out, I would recommend that you wear your heaviest clothing on the day that you fly. If you have boots or if you have a jacket, make sure that you wear that on the day that you fly and not pack it into your suitcase, and that will save so much weight on your suitcase to where you can pack other things. Number 17, this is one of my favorite packing hacks, and I used it for several years for my little girl when we went on vacations, cruises, or even if she went with my mom on a vacation. It is so easy, and it's so easy for the child when they get there, but you use gallon Ziploc bags and you put their little outfits in there with their underwear, their underclothes, their socks, everything in a bag for that day. Write the day on there and they're ready to go. So when they get to their destination, they know that if it's Tuesday, they grab the Tuesday bag. And I've also done that with like swimwear and other things like that. That way they can just grab it out and they're good to go. And it's so hassle-free for the mom too. So I really love this hack and I hope you all do too. Number 18, and this is my last tip for today, but it is a very important tip. So when you travel, you want to make sure that you have a bag that you carry onto the plane, either a carry-on or just a backpack that's a personal item, or a large purse that's a personal item. But you want to be sure that you carry all of your important items with you onto the plane. You do not want these in your checked luggage. You want to make sure that you carry your passports, your credit cards, all of your cash. You want to make sure that you have anything of value with you and on you at all times. You want to make sure that you have a clean underclothing, a deodorant, and a toothbrush and toothpaste for your whole family. We learned that the hard way. And you also want to make sure that you have your chargers with you, because a lot of times you will have a delayed flight and you will want your chargers. So your chargers or even a card game would be nice to have, especially if your flight is delayed for 6, 7, 8 hours. You will get bored, trust me on that one. But you want to just make sure that you have everything of value with you and on you. You don't want to send that through your checked luggage. Guys, that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it helped you out on how to pack for your next cruise or vacation. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas that I did not mention, please drop them below in the comment section.